Welcome everyone to HueFin News. Today is February the 19th, 2019. This is the home of the 2-minute price prediction, as well as giving you all the news according to the charts. Now, what we got in store for you all today is going to be about gold. Okay, an article came out today, as a matter of fact, asking us all the question: will gold break that 1350 resistance that it has been neglected 4 times over the last 5 years? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and look at this article from Seeking Alpha, and then, as always, you know that our purpose is to show you all the news according to the charts to see if and whether gold has the potential to break that 1350 resistance to the upside. Now, before I get started in that, if this is your first time come to our channel, please make sure that you all go ahead and subscribe to our channel. If you do like the video content that we are producing here in this medium, make sure that you go ahead and like and share this content as well, because we're giving you the uncomplicated way to distinguish between what direction a particular instrument is going to move without causing you any confusion, as well as saving you a lot of time. Okay, so now this article was written by John Rubino. Title of it is "Hello Old Friend, Gold Nears 1350 Resistance That Has Repelled It 4 Times in 5 Years." I went ahead and highlighted some of the portions of this article that I think is very important to see on the price chart, and we make sure that if we do not see it, that we will not go with the article, that we always side with the price chart, because that is the truth. That is the basis to where all market participants place their ideas on the price chart as to what they expect a market to do. I will leave the link in the description of this video in case you all want to go ahead and read it. Obviously, it is a paid subscription here at Seeking Alpha, so we only get to see the first portion of this article, which it really doesn't matter in our particular situation because we do not follow articles anyway. We only pay attention to the price charts. We're simply here to show you that you don't need to pay attention to articles neither, and that you can literally look at the price chart to get an idea of what the market is trying to do. So John goes ahead and started off the article as a summary. From a technical standpoint, piercing that 1350 resistance should trigger a big fast move to the next resistance level somewhere in the high $1,400 range. So once we look at the price chart, we need to go ahead and make sure that we see that as well. Okay. The past 5 years has been baffling for those people who are bullish for gold. In an environment of massive central bank money creation, rising government deficits, and a populist takeover of many countries' political systems, all of which should be great for safe haven assets like gold. Gold has spiked to around 1350 4 times, only to be smacked back down each and every time, and has been very demoralizing for those individuals who are very bullish in this particular metal. The reason why gold continues to see its inability to break above 1350 is because the market doesn't want it to. Plain and simple. The market does not want to break above 1350 the last 4 times. Now, this current time that we're in for gold, it is probable that it can break above 1350, but we'll talk about that once we look at the price chart. But the gist of it is that it doesn't matter what you perceive or what a particular commodity, stock, bond, forex, whatever the case may be. It only distinguishes between the fact that the market does not want it to break above 1350. Okay, so when you look at the last 5 years, for everyone else who's real interested in the market breaking above 1350, that's the plain and simple answer right there. You can see right here on this price chart that the market had a very hard time around 2014, midpoint of 2016, ending half of 2000, well, beginning half of 2017, and throughout 2018, the market for gold could not break above 1350. It's quite simple. Now, one of the things that this chart does not give you is the volume. Okay, you need to see this volume to distinguish to what occurred here at these tops of the gold market. Okay, so we'll go ahead and look at that too once we look at the price chart in gold. 1350 will not just pierce that 1350, I'm talking about gold, would not break that 1350 at just a minor point, but it's going to shatter it one of these days. This is what John is trying to insinuate in this article. And he's trying to continue to say that next week could be the week that the market in gold will break above that 1350 price. He gives two factors as to why he expects the market in gold to break above that particular price. The first one, two new factors have swung in gold's favor since the last failed attempt. First, central banks have become very aggressive net buyers of gold. Recall that not so long ago, central banks as a group were dumping gold on the market in order to diversify their reserves into government bonds. Now, they've apparently seen the error of that approach and are now back to buying. So the first one is he's stating that the central banks are now back in the market buying up the gold, which is why we're seeing the increase to the upside in price for this particular metal. So we need to go ahead and pay attention to what the price chart is trying to distinguish in that fact to see if that's really occurring. And we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So now let's look at gold on the monthly chart real quick. Okay, so this is gold on the monthly chart, and you can tell here around that 1350, 1360 price is where we got our resistance line. The current month of February is being very bullish. The market currently is still ongoing, so we're not done, but it's very positive to see that we have already came and touched that 1300 support area in the market for gold. We need to see that in order for us to continue our climb back above that 1350 price. Okay, here we are looking at gold on the weekly chart. You can see here that over the last couple of weeks we have seen some dips in the market over the last 2 to 3 weeks to where the market tried to break below $1,300, and it hasn't been successful. So we are still looking for gold to continue to move to the upside. Very positive to see that on the weekly chart as well. The last 2 weeks the volume has been quite light comparative to the last couple of weeks beginning of 2019. All of that insinuates that the strength in the market in gold is still there. Okay, so we are starting off this week in gold moving to the upside. We're up 0.57%. The market can actually hit some resistance around 1340. You can tell here during the beginning half or the ending half of February 2018, the market in gold could not break above that 1340 price. So all eyes will definitely be looking in this particular instrument, this particular commodity, relatively soon if they are not now. Okay, starting off in gold on the daily price chart, the strength is still here in the space. We are not seeing any weakness coming into the market in gold. As a matter of fact, as long as the market in gold is able to stay above this essential line, understand that we will continue to see increases to the upside in price. Okay, so the strength in gold is still being maintained. I am expecting this particular commodity to continue this movement to the upside. Understand that 1340 is a minor area of resistance. So once we get up to that particular level, we will need to distinguish between whether or not we're getting some more sellers or are the buyers still in the market trying to buy up this particular space. Okay, but the strength, I cannot emphasize that enough, is still being maintained. As long as we stay above this line that I've just drawn, this essential line, this market in gold will continue to move to the upside. And as long as we continue to get some negativity like the Brexit debacle that is currently ongoing, if the China trade deal does not come to fruition relatively soon, a lot of this Italian debt, the issue that's going on with Venezuela, a lot of these things can push gold back up above that 1350 price. And not only that, a lot of the debt that has been issued across these central banks will also come back to roost too. Okay, so we do have some economic situations that can continue to push gold above 1350. So right now the market definitely looks poised for higher prices. There will be situations to where we can see gold try to break above 1350, which will make the gold bullish individuals quite happy and ecstatic. So with all of that being mentioned, we are still positive in the market for gold to continue to move higher in price. As the article insinuates, we are expecting gold to try to break above that 1350, but we have identified some prior resistance areas around that 1350. I'm sorry, that 1340 price before we'll be able to see that come to pass. Okay, so that's our analysis for gold. We will side with the article. The price chart definitely is in line with gold continuing its move to the upside. It looks quite well right now on the price chart. So the price chart is in agreement with the article. We at HueFin News are in agreement with the article as well, because the price chart is telling us so. If you feel different, if you think that the market in gold will continue to move to the downside or it will not break above 1350, go ahead and let us know with a comment in the comment section of the video. We do appreciate you all taking out the opportunity out to watch our video to give you all the simplistic way on giving you price predictions. Make sure you all maintain your profitability. I will talk to you all later.